So we're going to teach Prudence how to crawl. It's one of the tricks that she doesn't know. And it's definitely not one that I teach in conjunction with down and downstays. It's definitely something that you teach later on after they're a little bit more mature, because then they have a tendency to crawl. And I taught crawl to Bora, kind of all together. We were just doing different things with the kids. And I had him in a class with me. It was out of the park. And the girls came and showed up at the park with us in this class, and Bora was in a downstay, and he literally crawled behind me. He stayed in his down. He's like, I'm not, and he crawled all the way over to him, and the whole class was just kind of watching him. And I've noticed that when you teach those together, like they're like, well, as long as I stay down, I'm not, I'm in a downstay, right? And obviously you got to teach a place and all of that, but in general for him, he's like, it was great problem solving skills, because he was going to get to his girls, but he wasn't going to get up. So I've always, from then on, just kind of taught it completely separate, so they don't cross over the two. So with crawl, the first behavior that we need is down, a down. Yeah. Treat goes at the nose, and you slowly slide it forward. And all you're looking for is a scooch. Yep, treat. And so as long as she's scooching and staying down, then you're treating for it. If she gets up, very good, then you start all over. Good. And some dogs do better with the treat to the ground. Other dogs do better with the treat that they up kind of level with their nose. If the treat is too high, so Michelle, try and just kind of bring the treat up a little bit. She's like, I'm going to be sad. They tend to come up if it's too high. And if it's too low, then sometimes it confuses them as well. So you kind of want to keep it right at like their chin level to crawl to it. So another good reason why not to teach it with your downstays are you're correcting a downstay. And so you don't want them to hesitate, like, I can't move, this is not fun. So keeping the tricks fun, teaching it separate, keeping the treat at chin level, and rewarding for any bit of crawling. I've had some clients that will crawl with their dog, so they're down in the same position, and they're teaching the crawl as they're kind of down crawling. And so the one dog would crawl with the kids. They would all crawl across the floor. And so that was kind of super fun. But you're just creating the picture on, if we taught our dog to crawl, what do we want him to do with it? Well, crawl with us. Crawl under things with us. So there's not a whole lot else you can really do with crawl, but it's a fun one for them to learn, and it's simple. Down, moving the treat forward, and we just need a scooch forward. Okay. Very good. And again, it's really important through trick training that you have a solid sit, you have a solid down, and you have a solid stay. So that these behaviors, that we're not battling her staying down, and we're not battling a sit, or we're not battling that she can't maintain a position, because if you're solid on your sit, down, and stay, your tricks become much easier to teach, because then we're not teaching that as well. So make sure you've got some obedience on your dog before you start heading into tricks, and that makes it much less frustrating in general with them. So any other tips, Michelle, that you can think of when teaching tricks?
Like you said, just keep it fun.
Keep it fun.
And
yep.
The second the dog is not having fun, stop.
Yeah.
Because then you're going to ruin everything.
Right. Yep. So keep it fun, keep them wanting more, keep them willing to do it, and it just becomes like offering behaviors. It's just a different behavior and keeping it fun. So keep training, and again, if you're struggling with something or you have a trick that you would like us to teach in video, please send a request over and we will make that happen for you, because the sky's the limit as it comes to teaching tricks.